Ooh, let's go, Commanders fans. Just gonna make a quick video here. So Andrew Wylie, they restructured his contract. So this is per My Sports Update. Ari Meroff, he came up with it first. He said the Commanders and right tackle Andrew Wylie have agreed to a restructured contract that will keep him in Washington per source. Wylie, who had no guaranteed salary in 2025, now receives guarantees with the opportunity to earn back the rest through incentives. He has started 29 games over 2 seasons with Washington. He will be a free agent next season. So it's good news. I mean, this is stuff that we didn't really see with the previous regime, restructuring contracts. And this is good to see that Adam Peters got a deal done with Andrew Wylie to restructure his contract. So he was going to be, what, a $10 million cap hit or something like that, I believe. So yeah, he was going to be a 10 million. Yeah. So Mark Bullis, an interesting one. Andrew Wylie was a cut candidate this offseason because he has a $10 million cap hit, and they could have saved $7.75 million in cap space by cutting him. And I think it's wise to not cut him. I didn't think they really needed to cut him. We had a good amount of cap space anyway. We just didn't have a lot of cap casualties or cut candidates really, other than Jonathan Allen for the most part. Andrew Wylie kind of was one, but you got to keep the offensive line strong. And I know Brandon Coleman, now John Keim says that they're likely going to move Brandon Coleman to right tackle, which is interesting. I'll just sit back and, believe in Adam Peters and just trust what he decides to do, him, Dan Quinn, and Cliff Kingsbury, what they decide to do. But I thought he was going to be a left guard. I thought he was going to be the left guard, and then Tunzel would be your left tackle, and then Wylie would be your right tackle, Cosme right guard, but somebody fill in until he gets in, until Cosme comes back from the ACL injury, and then Tyler Biadasz obviously is going to be your starting center. So, but this is a good move with Wylie. So he does have a chance to earn the money back, which is good. He had no guaranteed salary coming up, but now they gave him guaranteed salary at a lesser price, but he can earn all of it through incentives, which kind of is a good, you see the pros and cons for each side. You see the pros for Andrew Wylie, where he can earn it back in incentives. And he stayed healthy for the most part throughout his career. He played 14 games last year. The year before that, 17 games. Yeah, no, he played 15 games in 2023, 17 games with the Chiefs. But he's played in at least 14 games for the most part throughout his career. So he stayed really healthy. He did not allow a sack at all last year. He had 5 penalties, which is not great. No sacks allowed, which is good. 62.7 pass blocking grade, which is pretty solid. 53.1 run blocking grade, which is pretty bad. 59.3 overall grade, which was 85th out of 141 tackles, which is, middle tier, just mid. And that's kind of what he's been for the most part. But I do like his tenacity. I do like how he's talked trash. He was talking trash in the last couple games, like in the Buccaneers game. Commander signed defensive end Jacob Martin to a 1-year deal up to $3 million. All right, Martin is 29, 6 foot 2, 242 pounds, and a career journeyman. He So yeah, we signed another depth signing with another defensive end, and I'll just go through rapid fire. So Brandon Coleman, these are my thoughts. I personally, if it were up to me, of course it's not up to me, I would have him play left guard, like I said. Now, him playing right tackle, Wylie probably will be playing right guard until Sam Cosmi comes back from injury. Then when Sam Cosmi comes back, it looks like Allegretti will stay at left guard. And Biadasz will be at center, and then Andrew Wylie will be your swing tackle behind Brandon Coleman at right tackle. Brandon Coleman, I got to look up to the last time he played right tackle at TCU because, he was rookie last year. Everybody knows he played guard in college as well. He did do that. I believe he did play right tackle. I believe he played both spots in college too. He was very versatile, had positional flex. But I would have loved to see him play next to Laramie Tunzel, just two big fellas just being physical, pancaking guys, just mauling guys in the run game, mauling guys in the pass game as well, protecting Jaden Daniels. So that was the dynamic duel on the left side I was really looking forward to. We'll see how things shake out in camp. They have a long time to really make a decision set in stone on how who's gonna be in which spot, because we already know Laramie Tunzel left tackle, Biadasz at center, and then Cosme at right guard when he does come back. But when Cosme comes back, it sounds like they want to keep Brandon Coleman at right tackle and then Allegretti at left guard. So, but like I said, hey, just sit back and trust the process and see what happens. But I guess solid news with the Andrew Wylie reconstruction. Rapid fire. Let's go through the re-signings. They did re-sign Nick Bellore, special teams ace. They re-signed Noah Brown, who will always go down in history for the Hail Mary, the Hail Noah, the Maryland Hail Jaden, whatever you want to call it. And he was on pace for about 700 receiving yards. He was our wide receiver number 2 last year, like legit our wide receiver number 2. He will be our wide receiver number 3, number 4, most likely number 3, because I don't think they're going to sign another receiver at this point. They re-signed KJ Osborne, who barely played. Chris Moore got more snaps than KJ Osborne. KJ Osborne got more penalties than catches last year. And Noah Brown and Jaden have really good chemistry too. Like Jaden was always looking for Noah Brown. Noah Brown got a $4.5 million deal for 1 year. De'Ami Brown got a $10 million deal. So you look at the money difference there. But Noah Brown was reliable, man. He had a couple drops here and there, but he forced pass interferences. And other guys had to step up when he went out. OZ signed with the Bears, so he's gone. And let's see here. Who else did they sign today? Noah that's a good job. That's a good re-signing. We needed cornerback depth. Like I said, this is going to be a rapid fire of the re-signings. That was a good re-signing. That's somebody that we definitely needed to bring back for sure. And bring him back to the secondary because, you know, he was good in the slot. He was decent outside. He had a solid season, man. I want to see. Let me look at Noah's numbers real quick. Noah Igbinoghene. You know, he was a former first-round pick. And, you know, he hasn't lived up to the first-round pick, you know, hype or expectations. But, you know, I think last year might have been his best year in the NFL. He had a 49.3 overall PFF grade, which is awful. But, you know, once again, you can't always go by PFF numbers. Like, he was reliable. He made a big play in the Lions game, just being in the right spot at the right time, and Tom Brady pointing that out against the Lions, and that helped Quan Martin be in the right spot to get that interception, that pick 6 on Jared Goff. He had a 55.8 coverage grade, which is okay. It's not bad. It's below average. 33.0 run defense grade, which is awful. Pass rush grade, 48.3, which is not good, which doesn't matter. 49.3 overall PFF grade, which is pretty bad. No picks at all. And yes, he gave up touchdowns, but you know he got better as the season went along. There were some metrics about separation allowed that he was really, really good on. I got to find those metrics and some of those analytics and stats. Nick Bellore, Noah Brown. KJ Osborne, Noah Sheldon Day coming back. Sheldon Day played well, and Joey Jr. loves Sheldon Day. I'm trying to think who else did we re-sign today as well. Nick Bellore, I talked about him, and I think that's about it. I want to say that we did re-sign today. So I'm just making sure, going through Noah. I already talked about him. DJ Reed decided to go with the Jets. It is what it is. Trent Scott, they re-signed Trent Scott, who caught the touchdown pass. Shout out to him. Sheldon Day, already talked about him. So yeah, that's about it, guys. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, I will be making a defensive end video. Michael Dieter, they re-signed him, who struggled, but apparently they liked him enough to bring him back. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, Healthy Commanders, peace.